J2 Mattioli and Jeremiah Fresh, former brothers in the Heartless Kings, will do battle for the Primal Pro Wrestling Championship. But tonight, we get a little preview of that grudge match, that championship defense, with our trio's main event. The stage was set earlier on tonight by Commissioner Orion Odyssey. The Block attacking #1 contender J2 Mattioli, seemingly aligning themselves with Primal Pro Wrestling champion Jeremiah Fresh. And it'll be interesting to see, Remy, to my knowledge, the best of my knowledge, it's the first time that these three have joined forces officially in trios action.
What a dangerous looking team this is.
Hot off the heels of dethroning and successfully defending formerly the Skyfire Championship against one Rebel Storm. The Block hot off cementing themselves as the team to beat with a victory over the Lucha Kings.
They sure did.
But trios action is a different beast entirely, Remy Morgan.
Let's take a moment here to talk about JF3000 and how good he looks. He's always been a big, imposing competitor, but recently, man, look at him. He's taken it to another level.
Yeah, if you watch the product, you would know that me and Barry Sweeney, who took your job, or I guess I took your job, semantics. We often speak to that.
Very professional.
The cutting of one JF3000, the lean nature of this man's physique. And what I think is so impressive about that, Remy, is the fact that despite that weight loss, he has not lost any of the power that made him and the Block so dangerous.
He's even scarier now.
Talk about scary, Remy Morgan. I'm scared the roof is going to be blown off the Primal compound with this ovation as Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva make their way to the ring. Joined by the resurrected Playmaker. Heartless King no more. Be careful what you wish for, Jeremiah Fresh, because you just might get it.
Jordan, he's got a cape.
Tribute to the legendary Mitsuharu Misawa. And you talk about the gear, Remy Morgan, I'll say it. J2 Mattioli, the Pumpline, with coordinating colors, matching gear, as it were. The same cannot be said of Jeremiah Fresh and the Block.
Means nothing.
Well, I think it puts him at a decided disadvantage.
I want you to say that to JF3000's face.
No, he
Okay,
is
that's
so
what I thought.
scary.
Yep.
Xander Phillips hurt me really bad almost back at the Terradome.
I thought Derek Troy Fable's the one that hurt you.
He did hurt me. Xander Phillips nearly hurt me. Who eliminated you from the Terradome?
Well, how's your chest?
How's your face?
How's my ear? You punched me in the ear, you idiot.
Your main event is a six-man tag team match. And your referee for this contest, senior official Chad Rico. Introducing first, to my right, the team of Boa, Patricia Silva, and Antonio Solution Rivers. They are the Pumpline. Alongside the Playmaker, J2 And To my left, representing the block, the Haitian domination of all streets, Mr. Get Down, Lay Down, JF3000, and the X Factor, Sander Phillips. Joined alongside the Soul Heartless King. He is the inaugural and longest reigning Primal Champion, Jeremiah
Oh God, I see it.
The stage is set. Referee Chad Rico set to officiate. J2 Mattioli in the Pumpline. Jeremiah Fresh and the block. Serious implications in terms of momentum heading into November 24th. Right back here at the Primal compound, the very first defense of that Primal Pro Wrestling heavyweight title.
You know, Jordan, one thing I don't think that gets talked about enough, the Block is one of the longest tenured tag teams in all of Southern California at this point in their careers.
Absolutely, and you heard how disillusioned they were with their native Southern California, with their native San Diego, saying they felt underappreciated.
I think they are underappreciated.
Overlooked, but now no choice but to at the very least respect and acknowledge them with that victory over the Lucha Kings. Again, cementing themselves as the team to beat here in Primal. Though Boa Constrictor and Antonio Rivers with their own victory over the Lucha Kings. So both these teams very evenly matched, at least in terms of their records here in, I was gonna say Skyfire, now Primal Pro. Boa Silva, a decided weight disadvantage here against Xander Phillips. Gonna have to rely on that speed, that technical acumen. And there's the former big springboard, Hurricane Rana.
Jordan, I've asked you already a couple times here tonight, do you give the edge to either one of these two teams here?
I do. I give the edge to the Pumpline and J2 Mattioli, not just because of the gear comment, the silly gear reference I made during the entrances, but because Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva were most recently seen victorious in trios action. Cover here from Rivers. Again, joining forces with mentor CJ Tino to save Skyfire, to grasp it from the hands of Robin Shaw and turn it into Primal Rage as you see today. J2 Mattioli, a very different man. Yes, they do not have the same type of synchronicity, the same type of familiarity with J2 Mattioli as they do CJ Tino, but as you're seeing here, trios experience goes a very, very long way.
You know, Jordan, for the first time tonight, I will disagree with you. How can you not give any team Jeremiah Fresh is on, how do they not have the advantage?
Because Jeremiah Fresh is not a team player. He turned his back on Fami. He turned his back on Fatal.
Is a winner. All he does is win.
Cover here from Boa Silva. And a kick out. I will give you that, as much as I might disagree with it from a moral or personal perspective. Jeremiah Fresh has been nothing but successful since distancing himself.
Unstoppable.
Yes. He's the Primal Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
He doesn't have the advantage.
Gorilla press slam from JF3000. Look at this. Just marching around the ring with Boa Silva.
Boa Silva about 12 feet in the air.
And you see several tags in succession. There is a grace period allotted by referee Chad Rico. The Block and Jeremiah Fresh taking full advantage, dare I say, exploiting that grace period.
That was a pretty dang unique offense.
Cover. Only a 2. A 2 count at this point in the matchup. 2 count, 2 minutes into a matchup. That is not good for Boa Silva.
He just fell from the ceiling. It's a miracle he kicked out at all.
Jeremiah Fresh, the Block, certainly with the power advantage in this matchup. But as I was saying, Randy Morgan, yes, how can I give the advantage to anyone else besides the heavyweight champion Jeremiah Fresh? He's not a team player, much like we saw earlier with the Locker Room versus El Mashika and Jake Mays. It's not about being the best wrestler. That's what matters come November 24th. Cover here. Tonight, all that matters is who is the best trios tag team wrestler. And I don't think Jeremiah Fresh has it in him to set his ego aside and make that happen.
You know, Jordan, I think you're wrong, and I think we're going to see that unfold here in this matchup. The only thing that Jeremiah Fresh is going to do is he's going to keep on winning. He's going to keep stacking wins. It doesn't matter who his partners are. He doesn't even think he needs them.
Right now, stacking Boa Silva on his shoulders, but the Constrictor reversing the momentum. Shoulders down.
That was close.
And what would that mean for Boa Silva to pin the heavyweight champion regardless?
Here we go.
Hold on. Remy Morgan, this is about as personal gets.
Former mentor and student.
Now bitter rivals. Jeremiah Fresh went for the cheap shot. But J2 Mattioli saying, kid, I may have taught you everything you know, but I haven't taught you everything I know. And it's curious. Heavyweight champion all piss and vinegar until he's confronted with the #1 contender. And now he hightails it out. He tags in JF3000.
It's a tag match. He tagged in his partner.
So why was he so gung-ho, so ready to go toe-to-toe with J2 Mattioli? And the second that Mattioli got the advantage, he whimpers away, he tags in Fresh.
Because he's smart and he knows that he's not by himself. If anybody can wear down J2 Mattioli, it's the Haitian of domination.
Incredible athleticism from the big man, J2 Mattioli. Talk a lot about JF leading out, the same thing he said about the #1 contender, the playmaker. Look at Xander Phillips.
Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Reaping what he sows there, was trying to illegally grab J2 Mattioli instead of meeting at the lines. Not only athleticism, but power here. And a blind tag from Xander Phillips. I'm not sure if Mattioli even realizes it.
I don't think he does. If he didn't before, he does now.
Taking him off his feet here. And this is where the blocker's so dangerous. You talked about it earlier, Remy. One of the most tenured tag teams in this territory.
Oh!
But again, a little bit of a miscommunication, courtesy of Mattioli. In comes Rivers. Shotgun drop kick. Staggers both of the block, and now he'll take both. He's hardcore.
Flying around this ring.
Bulldog sick kick combination. Antonio Rivers on fire. Rivers.
There we go.
Has Phillips measured. There we go, my ass. Cheap shot.
He turned his back on his opponent.
Jeremiah Fresh, the heavyweight champ, is not the legal man, Remy
He's his
Morgan.
opponent. This is a six-man tag. You cannot take your eyes off your opponent.
Well, Xander Phillips, as you said, picking the bones here. Choking the life out of Antonio Rivers.
Couldn't be happening to a nicer guy.
This does not look good for Rivers. This is really not where you want to be in any type of tag team situation, but especially against jackals like the Block and Jeremiah Fresh.
Antonio Rivers, ever the fighter, ever the fighting spirit. Oh, just spoke too soon.
Xander Phillips mocking his opponent here. You talked about it earlier, JF3000 taking every single second allotted to him by referee Chad Rico. He counts to 5. JF3000 will choke Antonio Rivers for 4.99. As if the chest wasn't raw enough. Body splash now for the champ.
So good at taking these rules right to the very, very edge, right to the brink of being disqualified, but always knowing exactly what he needs to do and when he needs to stop.
He is not a big brute. He is not your archetype of a dumb big man wrestler, Remy Morgan.
Absolutely, he is anything but dumb.
He is cerebral, and you're seeing some of that here, distracting referee Chad Rico, allowing for the illegal double team
Antonio
from
Rivers
Fresh.
fighting off all three competitors
Xander
now.
Phillips here. This is his moment.
No!
JF3000 with the strength, grabbing at the gear of Antonio Rivers, stopping the tag, and there's the tag team offense cover.
Oh, J2 Mattioli ruining this matchup, unfairly coming in.
I thought it was a tag team match. I thought anything goes.
He's not the legal man.
Gotta have eyes in the back of your head, right? JF3000 and Jeremiah Fresh weren't the legal men.
That's not the same thing.
How is it different?
If you don't understand, I can't explain it to you.
Irish whip now from Xander Phillips. Ducks the line. Around and around we go, thinking tilt-a-whirl DDT. But Phillips no slouch in his own right in the strength department. Maybe setting him up for a power slam here. Rivers lands on his feet. Off the ropes. Hurricanrana.
And there it is. Here we go.
In comes the Fresh Constrictor. Take it to the skies. Crossbody wiping out the block. Spring board off offense. Again, a meeting of the minds. The Block can't catch a break here, Remy Morgan.
What in the hell? What?
Sending JF3000 spearing into Xander Phillips. This is unbelievable from
I've never
Boa
seen
Silva.
anyone do that.
J2 Mattioli saying, look behind ya.
There you go. You got to keep your eyes on your opponent.
There's a boot from the heavyweight champion that's waiting. And I have to agree, that is the inexperience of Boa Silva coming into play. Cover here. Only a 2. Jeremiah Fresh.
Absolutely devastating big boot.
Such a dominant competitor. You often forget how young this man is as a professional wrestler. How new relative he is to San Diego. He wrestles like a veteran, someone wise and tactical, way beyond his years.
He's already accomplished more at this young stage of his career than guys who've been doing this for 5 or 10 years.
Momentary distraction from JF3000. Gave the opening for the spine buster, with the cover broken up by Antonio Rivers. And Remy, if you're Boa Silva, what the hell do you have to do to get back in this thing?
Who the hell even knows at this point? It's 3-on-1.
Xander Phillips now the legal man. Frequent tags, the name of the game here, especially in a trio situation.
Oh, if he wasn't in trouble before, JF3000 back in this matchup now.
Those gnarly boots just wiping out the constrictor.
There's probably a 100-pound weight difference between these two guys.
If not more.
Yeah.
JF3000 into the cover. But a kick out from Silva. And you see J2 Mattioli fiending for the tag as JF3000 push-ups, choking Boa Silva.
And going for a pin at the same time.
A true jack of all trades.
A man of many talents.
Worst possible way. Tagging in Jeremiah Fresh. I questioned it earlier. This being the first time they joined forces as a trio.
You did question it earlier.
Jeremiah Fresh and the Block looking very, very impressive, making me eat my words here.
I told you you were wrong then, and I'll tell you you're wrong now.
Hold on, Boa Silva. Backpack sleeper here on the shoulders of Fresh.
Again,
gets deposited.
The strength of Jeremiah Fresh has an answer for everything.
Well, this time it's Boa Silva with an answer to this powerbomb attempt. Lands on his feet, ducks the line, ducks another. Around and around we go. Backstabber. It is make or break Boa Silva. Antonio Rivers, J2 Mattioli, it doesn't matter. A tag needs to be made.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, double what the hell do you even call that?
It's a tilt-a-whirl backstabber.
Oh my goodness.
In comes
Incredible.
JF3000. In comes J2 Mattioli. Talk about a hoss fight. Step up Enziguri. A man that size should not move this quick. Ducks the kick.
He should not hit that hard.
J2 Mattioli ducking the line from both of the Block. Sick kick. Takes down Phillips. Takes down JF3000. Look at the strength. PS2.
That was like 11 rotations.
But it only gets a 2 count.
JF3000 finding a way somehow to kick out of that.
Remy Morgan, what the hell is it gonna take?
I don't even know at this point. You got competitors all over. You got guys in the apron, you got guys in the ring.
J2 Mattioli was thinking playmaker lariat to JF3000. Tag team partner Xander Phillips saved him, but from the top, diving European uppercut. Antonio Rivers wiping out the X Factor. But caught midair by JF3000.
That is not where you want to be.
Nasty. Absolutely nasty. And down come the straps. But here comes Boa Silva. Springboard codebreaker. In comes the champ. Chad Rico has got to get control. We're losing it here.
Oh, he caught him.
Yeah, you're not reversing it this time, Boa. Sit out powerbomb. And there's the number contender. There's the man who Jeremiah Fresh betrayed.
Everybody is down.
Utter bedlam in our main event. And Remy, this is just a preview for November 24th. J2 Mattioli kips up. Got his eyes set on JF3000, but caught by the block. This is that tag team synergy.
Again, there it is. We said it earlier.
Scoop and a slam. Standing moonsault.
Beautiful.
This might be it. Phillips the legal man.
What in the...
The pump line
I
there
don't
to
even know who
break
the
it
legal
up.
man is at this point.
Not sure if Chad Rico knows who the legal man is.
Are you the legal man?
Pump line. Duking it out with the block here.
Jeremiah Fresh on the outside doesn't even know where he is.
Trading shots back and forth. Same can be said of the number one contender who's challenger come November 24th. The pump line. Ducking at the last second, sending JF and Phillips outside the ring. Chope! Suicida con Hilo Combinacion! And not to be outdone, Mattioli looking to fly?
There's no way.
No shot. A man that size, no shot in hell.
J2 Mattioli built more like a bus than an airplane.
He doesn't need to fly. Not with moves like this. The play maker. Lariat. He's setting him up. He's got him.
This matchup is over.
Count to 100, Rico.
Sending a signal. Looking right into the eyes of Jeremiah Fresh.
Remy, I want to focus on one thing. Jeremiah Fresh was on his feet. He knew exactly where he was. He saw the playmaker lariat, he saw the cover, and he had every opportunity to run into that ring and break up the cover. We saw him do it upwards of a dozen times in this match alone. He chose not to. What does that say to you?
It says he puts himself first. And it says that you were right, Jordan Castle.
Not only does he not play well with others, quite frankly, Remy Morgan, I think he is plain scared. And in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide when he finally meets a date with destiny. J2 Mattioli versus Jeremiah Fresh for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Jeremiah Fresh knows what's coming for him, and he knew at that point there was no reason to get back in the